Super fast tortoise in the game, ready to ignite. Put up a fight, gonna leave them all in fright. Playing Magic The Gathering on a Saturday night. Summoning creatures, casting spells with all his might. Sipping on more coffee to stay awake and bright. Caffeine rush, fueling his creativity inside. Got a YouTube channel where he's shining so bright. MTG3, the show that takes flight. He's a lyrical beast, spitting fire with every bite. Rap metal flow, pounding beats to inside. No one can stop him, he's on a meteoric height. Super fast tortoise, the champion of the fight.
Good morning, hope you're up. Enjoy that coffee in your cup. Good morning from the shelf. Super fast tortoise does so well. Sit back, relax, time to chillax. Face the facts, morning coffee show intact. Let's enjoy the show, let's enjoy the flow. Morning coffee is the best. Chime with friends, we are blessed. Into the mood, coffee for every dude.
Well, good morning, everybody. I just realized I need to delete that so I don't accidentally play it again. Yeah, that's the wrong intro. And I'm not going to replay it like I did yesterday. Yesterday was funny. Today was
I missed that.
So, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Super Fast Tortoise in the Shell Morning Coffee. I hope you guys are welcomed and feel good to be here today, this morning, this Thursday. You are invited to talk about Wizard stance on proxies. Yeah, they put their foot down. They put their foot down on what they believe proxies, counterfeits, and test cards are and how you interact with them in the game. It's interesting. The only reason why we're actually talking about this is because Wizards actually said something about it. But before we get into that, KJ with his little foot smelling thing going over there. How are you doing, KJ?
Oh, I'm doing good over here. Now, somebody put this giant foot in my way, and it comes with a particular odor. I'm going to stand over here for a minute until somebody gets me some spray.
You're back.
I'm doing pretty good. I hope you guys are doing pretty good. It's been an interesting week.
Yeah, it has been an interesting week. Fulfilling at the most, right? Fulfilling. You've been interacting. You had a lot of ins and outs this week. You had a lot of growth in your week. You've become more than just a seed. You've become a plant.
I grew.
You've grown. Make my KJ grow. Wow. Throw a little spear at you. Turn you into a giant monster. Destroy Angel Grove.
The villagers will come after me.
And look, today we got a surprise. We got Mrs. Hillbilly hanging out with us today. So, yeah, Miss Hillbilly. Hey. Mr. Hillbilly's having some issues. Mr. Hillbilly, MTG Hillbilly is having some issues that's keeping him away from the camera at the moment. So we wish him a speedy recovery from what's going on. If you don't know what's going on, he will fill you in on his own channel there. Like he's told you he's having issues with his kidneys. That's as much as I can tell, as much as I can say. So we hope he gets better. But right now we'll take whatever we can. We got Mrs. Hillbilly in the house. She's gonna talk to us about the World of Lorcana and how she loves the game and the gameplay interactions and why it's better than Magic the Gathering. Look at her face. She's like, I didn't sign up for this.
She said, Hillbilly just told me to keep the seat warm.
Right? I'm just playing around with you for sure. And how's Mugenfool doing today?
I'm doing good. I could be better, but I'm doing good so far. Good enough that I could join at least.
Good. Nice. I'm glad things are starting to feel better around you, be better around you. Let's hope to continue to do better. I know you've been dealing with a lot on your end, Mugenfool.
Yeah.
So being able to be here is always a treat.
Between my friend and my family, it's been a mess.
Yeah. It's a mess. All right, let's say hello to some people in chat. We got Real Wiz. What's up? The good of Russia. They have some views on stuff. Okay.
That's a little controversial, but okay.
I think it was a response to my comment earlier before the show started.
Oh,
Backwoods Collector. Whoop, whoop. Hey, hey, planting those trees. MTG Hillbilly hanging out in chat. Whoop, whoop. We got the one and the only Cane Shaker. Cane Shaker. What's up? We got Bobby. What's up, Bobby? Good morning, you guys. Good morning to you.
God, cancel. Shit. Pardon my language, but yo, that's funny as heck.
Yeah, but he's like, kidney stones. I'm done with kidney stones. Time capsule. Whoop, whoop. That's right. All right.
That's
and
why
yes,
you saw why I was laughing.
Comment. Yep. Hillbilly's looking awful good since he shaved. That's right. And Hillbilly can't deny. That's right. He hasn't reached 1,000 subscribers yet, but if Hillbilly reaches 1,000 subscribers, he will shave that pretty head of his. It'll be interesting to see how he looks with a bald head. You know, and if he gets it done right, he'll get shaved and bit. Yeah, thick that hair. Well, that's what I do with my head. Just I need to shave again. But anyways, whew, outside the world of Magic and stuff, we're just having fun, chilling. KJ, Mugenfool, Mrs. Hillbilly here today to have a good time. This is the introduction part of the show where we just chill and chat, get used to each other, get a vibe going on. And then we got Mrs. Hillbilly. He got a lot to jump into because look at this. Look at this. Hillbilly's never really on the show. Sometimes you see her face in the pre-show, before the show, and she's like, hi, everybody. But now she can say hi to everybody else. Look at her. She's so uncomfortable with the idea. She's like, why do you keep putting me in the forefront? Well, Mrs. Hillbilly, you're a treasured part of the community that no one gets to keep. I mean, most times anybody sees you, it's your arm handing over a cup of hot coffee to Hillbilly. Yeah, you know, they say behind every good man is a better woman. Well, Hillbilly got a good woman behind him, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
The production staff from Hillbilly side, Mrs. Hillbilly.
Right. Right. And if I knew you were going to be on beforehand, I would have done something Stitch themed just because you were going to be here. But no, I didn't have a Stitch theme going on.
Don't worry.
Because I know you love I know you love Stitch.
Yeah.
Stitch is your favorite little Disney character. That's right.
Oh, it's Winnie the Pooh.
Are you going to
Winnie
go watch
Pooh's
this? So I was going to ask Miss Hillbilly a question.
What's up?
Are you going to watch the live action Lilo and Stitch movie?
I don't know.
I would watch it. I want to see that little alien with 4 arms crawl around and do stuff.
I just was wondering because I heard about it and I was like, I wonder if she'll go see it because I know she likes Stitch.
Tell you the truth, I'm excited for it. You know,
right?
I reserve all judgment until after I see it. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Right, you got to reserve your judgment because there's a lot. Like one thing I noticed in the world of today is everybody's spoiled with content. There's good movies out there people call bad. There's bad movies out there people call good. It's all mixed and jumbled based off opinions and preferences. Mm-hmm. Like, I know KJ will agree with me on this one. The Little Mermaid live remake was actually really good.
I enjoyed it. I did. I enjoyed it.
Right. It was really good for what it was. Like I did not hate it. And a lot of people pooped on this show, but there was a good rendition. I still think one of the best live action renditions they did was a Beauty and the Beast.
Oh yeah.
You know, but people are just too spoiled with movies that they think they know and they're professionals at judging movies when everybody, and I stand by these words, everybody in the world is fallible.
Yeah,
you know,
Ebert.
Right? So, and everybody has different opinions. I mean, if someone likes action movies, it doesn't mean they're going to enjoy rom-coms, and people enjoy rom-coms doesn't mean they're going to enjoy horror films, which is ironic because most was rom-coms and horror films.
No,
Yeah,
I thought horror films were rom-coms.
they are. Love you to death.
Yes.
I'm always I'm
man.
always afraid when I see a rom-com. You know, it makes me frightened.
Hold on,
Right,
guys.
right. Oh, there's a lot that goes into it. Even to stretch it out, like even the Marvel Cinematic Universe has been stretched out to holy cow, where it was really like some people still say there's a lot of like the original series or generation of Marvel movies from Disney were really good, but there's still a few Disney movies in there that were kind of bad. Like when it comes to Marvel movies. Now we're just seeing abundance of okay movies, and people are calling them really bad. Like there's movies that are just okay, like in standards. Like they're just okay. They're just something that didn't move you too much. People are just too spoiled with movies.
It's hard for Marvel to make a movie that would be comic book accurate, considering in the 1970s, Marvel leased out all their characters in order to stay afloat. So, the fact that people complain about the continuity errors, it's not fair. Because there's not really much they can do. Legally, they can't use certain characters in their films.
Right. So they have to be creative with how they do it. Mugenfool, please mute your mic if you're gonna cough.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Please, I'm just asking.
Yeah,
All
right. I just forgot. I'm sorry. Hold on.
Right.
Yeah, but I sometimes feel like like I'm one of the only few people that actually defend Disney, even though I don't agree with some of the stuff that they do. I know how hard it is to come up with content, and especially content that fits a certain bracket. And when Marvel doesn't own, or Disney or whoever you want to say doesn't own all the characters, and people are going, well, this is not how it happened in the comic books. It's hard.
Oh yeah. K Checker says, "Hey KJ, that foot has like 6 toes."
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
There you go. Put Winnie the Pooh there, and a little baby Winnie the Pooh from Mrs. Hillbilly.
Right. You don't want to put poo on the other side, or you'll be seeing a foot about to step in some poo. All right. MTG says, I like The Little Mermaid. I thought it was good. Yeah, it was a good movie. But still, it's still good. Like, thinking about being spoiled with movies, we're also live in a world where we're spoiled with information. Streaming services have changed a lot in the world and changed a lot how people view worlds. Like imagine this back in the day, and I know KJ is definitely old enough to remember that we would sit down and for weeks on end watch an entire series that drew us in for a whole storyline.
Yeah.
Like a 3-part episode. We'll wait 3 weeks for each part of the episode to be spoiled and viewed, right? But with streaming services, people will wait till the whole series is spoiled, or the streaming service will spoil the whole season all at once, and you can just binge watch it one day and get the whole storyline. Now it's not anticipation. I remember as a kid watching all 6 episodes of the Green Ranger show. When the Green Ranger became evil, was brought in as an evil character, turned good, and turned him into the White Ranger and all that jazz. Ooh. We were sucked in. Now we seem to be unsatisfied if we have to wait a whole 6 weeks to watch that entire series, where streaming services can drop it all in one go. Like, here's this series, watch till you drop,
Yeah, I agree. And plus, if we did watch till you drop back in the day when we were young, we used to do this stuff. I waited patiently, partly because I didn't have cable or anything. I was basic 2 through 13 kind of fella, and so when we got VHS cassettes, like I had to one at a time buy those VHS cassettes for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with only 4 episodes on it. And
Right.
so, like, if I wanted to watch an entire series of a show, like literally, it was grab one VHS, watch an hours or two worth of cartoon, rewind that VHS, put it back in the box, grab another one, and what would take somebody a day to binge watch would take us a couple of days to binge watch, and we enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. All right, hold on. Twiddler is asking, SFT, are you a Voltron fan? Of the old series, I loved it as a kid, but as an adult, I'm kind of more of a Transformers fan. Or if you're in Magic, I love Magic Voltron. Yes. Could you, dude? Hey. Hello, salutations to the creep. That's right. Salutations to you. Hello, could you, dude?
Hey, could you, dude?
Could you, dude? Where are you? It's time to go now.
Hey, you made Miss Miss.
I just want to shout out to Manamonk on his comment about comic books, and it's absolutely a fact. One of my big things is like if you have access to the characters and you have a great foundation, use the comic book storyline. And one of the problems is even when Marvel had access to certain characters, they didn't go about the storylines, and it's still a great film. They're just different, and I agree with you, Manamonk.
Well, imagine this back in the day, comic books used to be ahead of our technology where you could put in a movie. Now today they struggle because it's hard to surpass the technology we have to make comic books realistic.
Indeed.
All right, Manamonk, hello. Yeah, hello. I didn't see your comment there. I'm glad he pointed that out. And Voltron's Lion's original vehicle. Voltron was they're like saber-tooth tigers. I don't know how to explain it. They're like saber-tooth tiger looking robots, and they all did the same thing, connected the same way. We had one that was, we had 2 of them arms, 2 of them were legs. You had one that was the main body. However it worked. All right. Henry Cavill to star in Voltron adaptations. Henry Cavill is in the talks for multiple roles between Voltron, Marvel, and a couple other things. So it wouldn't surprise me.
Jeez.
He is the star to get right now.
He's like Chris Pratt of the animation world.
I think that like Henry. Oh, sorry.
I was saying Henry Cavill is just it was the best Superman we had in a long time. A long time. Like I'd put him up with Christopher Reeves as like one of the best Supermen out there when it came to the first film.
That's accurate.
And they kind of ruined the franchise. The DC universe kind of ruined the franchise, and whatever happened there, no one blamed Henry Cavill for the franchise, right? They didn't. When Superman debunked on the second films, they're like, it ain't Henry Cavill's fault. These are obviously the writer's fault. So Henry Cavill, especially being a Warhammer nerd and a geek behind the scenes, he just grew in popularity, and people are using him because he's a good actor. People loved him. I never watched the full series because there was stuff in the show, but The Witcher, people loved him in The Witcher. They didn't like what they did to the character. That's the writers. People are looking at Henry Cavill as an actor and separate from the writers.
I agree. Although Henry Cavill, his Superman reminded me more of the Superman animated series Superman. While if I was going to compare versus Christopher Reeve, I would definitely go with David Cornsweet, who played in who played Superman as a voice actor. Also, Brandon Roth as Superman. Which reminds me, Brandon Roth reminded me very much like Christopher Reeve.
Hmm.
And I believe Brandon Roth would be my pick for the best Superman after Christopher Reeve.
Right. I can feel you there. I can feel you there. And with that, my friends, we've actually went overboard with this discussion. Not overboard in a bad way, but overboard that we actually need to hit this button right here.
You are watching Super Fast Tortoise.
Put up a fight, gonna leave them all in fright. Playing Magic the Gathering on a Saturday night. Summoning creatures, casting spells with all his might. Sipping on more coffee to stay awake and bright.
All right, everybody, we come to a railroad, a conjuncture, a fork in the road. We got to choose left or right, the red pill or the blue pill. Or we just need to remember where we're going here. Hillbilly's not here.
Did I see it?
So, KJ. Oh, you want to say it, mugenfool? Yeah, go ahead and say it, mugenfool. Where are we going?
It's time for the card of the day.
Card of the day.
Ooh, card of the day is clone. I actually purposely chose this particular card today because the topic that we're going to be delving into in a few minutes is basically cloning cards. But what? Cloning cards, making proxies, counterfeits, all that jazz. I'm like, clone is the perfect card to substitute as an idealism, as a symbolic reference to making cards that are not real game pieces, but are their own game pieces in their own right. Clone costs 3 generic and a blue as a 0/0 creature, but when it comes into play or as you cast a spell, you may choose a creature in play. If you do, clone comes into play as a copy of that creature. So he's copying what he really isn't. So clone is everything that it isn't, right? So clone's a creature, and it's going to clone to be another creature. But clone comes into play. It's no longer called clone. Its mana cost is a different mana cost. Its creature type is different because it's a different creature altogether, and its power and toughness is completely different. Clone is exactly everything it is not. What you thinking, KJ?
Well, I like cloning. The option of cloning a card, particularly in a game. Especially if you can clone a really good card. If you have a good card that you can lay down in any game and you can clone that card and just use it to your advantage. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. This used to be my favorite card in Standard back in the old days because I loved cloning my opponent's creatures because I couldn't afford all the cool creatures that people were playing, but clone was like $1 card. I'm like, I'll clone your big, expensive creature that's powerful and have my own copy.
My thought process about the imagery, though, is if one of these guys misses when they fire their crossbow, you got to be a very bad shot, especially if you got to do a standoff that close.
Right. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, that's good.
But if you look at it, they're they look like I can't think of the term for the bows. So not a bow and arrow, but like a crossbow. They're holding crossbows at each other, and they're trying to pick which one's the real one. I don't know, but clone's a good card just in general. I like this art the most when it comes to it. When it comes to clone, I like it a lot. I wish I had a foil version of this card just to say I had a foil version of this card. But, it's going to do what it's going to do. It's going to be what it's going to be. But, like I said, I chose the card for flavor. And with that, we're going to roll into some pictures of the day. First picture of the day. Boom. Today's vibe, coffee. Lots of coffee. That's a picture of me when I was a kid. It's a very young picture of me. I was hairy. I was very hairy back then. I still look cute. I won't deny it. I've always been cute growing up. But that's a picture of me when I was 5 years old. Oh, my Lord.
You were never 5 years old.
Right?
Yeah, you've always been in your 40s. You're immortal. Immortal 40-year-old.
There can only be one Super Fast Tortoise.
I don't know. I have a
All
firm
right.
belief that Tortoise is immortal, and he's actually the Count of Saint Germain. So, just saying.
That's a lot of belief. This picture, I saw this picture. I'm like, this is a cute picture. I need more coffee. Meow. That's right.
Oh,
That's
it's so
a cute little
cute.
kitten.
It's so cute.
but the next picture. Boop. I need more coffee. I picked this picture because I believe one of us here on stream is an owl.
Whoo.
That's right. I'm so glad you rolled the joke. I need more. Last picture. Boom, boom. Still waiting for Friday. Happy Thursday. See, this is a picture when I was like 12 years old. See, I still had hair back then.
I see that your beard didn't change much though.
No. I've always been gristly. When I was 12 years old, I had a full-on beard for sure. You know, that's how hairy I was. All right. Holy cow! Where's chat going? Holy cow!
Chat's going 99 miles per hour.
That's right. Let's see. KJ was a flash too. All right, still conversating. Can you clone multiple times? If you have multiple clones, yes. Comparing clone to proxy counterfeit cards is quite a stretch. Oh, come on. It's just cloning. Jeez. The word cloning, all right? Not the card clone, King Shaker. Nope, this card only clones once. But if you have multiple clones in hand, you can clone multiple times. We pair at 5. My wife swears I'm still 5 years old. That's true. All right. Now with that, we're going to roll into the question of the day. Question of the day. And if you have pictures of the day as well that you want to share with us, pictures or question of the day, join the Discord and you have a chance to share your pictures of the day or your questions of the day on the channel, on the show. You can participate and be part of what makes the show so amazing. And the question of the day,
presented by Discord, we have the question of the day.
Question of the day is brought to us by AI Will Smith. I had to think about that for some reason. AI Will Smith is here to ask the question of the day.
What card would you design or make if you got to design a Magic the Gathering card for WOTC?
Because AI couldn't say WOTC. So if you could design or make a card for Wizards of the Coast, what would that be? Like, get your brain thinking, get your joggers thinking, get you stretching those brain muscles. Ooh. Like that's a tough one. Like if I could design a card for WOTC, what would it be? Do you have any thoughts, KJ?
Well, if I were to design a card for Magic the Gathering, I definitely think that this card would. I would try to make an unbreakable card, so that way it stays in gameplay a lot longer. Like with people like all these cards that people say are broken, they end up getting pulled out, and a lot of people get agitated when their favorite cards get pulled. So I definitely want it to be unbreakable. So not too overpowered, but yeah, you'd want the card to be powerful enough to be able to go, you know what, this is a good move. It has appropriate reach.
You'd think about the repercussions of the future when designing a card. You won't accidentally break a card, make a card that's easily broken. You know, you wouldn't be like, hey, let's design a card that says Nadu, Winged Wisdom, 1 generic, green, blue, 3/4 flying. Creatures you control, whenever this creature becomes a target of a spell or ability, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a line card, you may put it on the battlefield, otherwise put it in your hand. This ability triggers only twice each turn. A card like that, you'd think about it so it wouldn't be banned. Like this card. This card was banned. This card was banned. This card was banned. All because they didn't think of the future.
Yeah, either that or they thought of the future and they just wanted to make people mad, and we love that too.
Right. I like Mana Monk's. I like Mana Monk's idea here. Oh, I got it. An Eldrazi with reach, something that can like imagine having a skyscraper-sized monster that can actually block a bird in the air. Imagine having an Eldrazi-sized Godzilla. Like, you know how Godzilla is huge, right? And Godzilla can't smack down a plane because he doesn't have reach.
Now I'm imagining this, but every time I'm thinking about a giant monster smacking down a plane, all I can think of is 8-year-old super fast tortoise climbing a building. Oh wait, sorry, that was King Kong. Sorry,
Right.
but giant. For those people who weren't watching, go back and check out the memes of the day. You'll understand.
That's funny. That's funny. But so if I were to design a card, I was thinking about this last night. I want to break a card. I want to make a banned card legitimate. I was thinking we have a recall card that costs 2 blue. 2 blue, and you get to draw 2 cards, right? Instant speed, 2 blue, draw 2 cards. Or if you sacrifice a creature like exploit, you get to draw 3 cards. I like it.
I like the idea of being able to draw more cards in a game. You know, a lot of times, like a lot of people hate it, like when you have to draw too many cards, particularly in games like I know it's a simple game, but Uno, right? Right. If the more cards you can draw, the more cards you can play. Mm-hmm. In the thought process, it's like, okay, well, I mean, I have 7 cards laid out in front of me, and I only have like low-powered cards, but I want to be able to play a good card. Definitely be nice to have more cards in your hand.
Oh yeah, Hillbilly said a turtle card that lets you draw 2 cards and lose 1 life. That's not horrible. He knew the mindset I was going for. Man Among says, I thought they were going to say that was Friday night. That's right. And that's right. Thinking of time restrictions and timing restraints. Hillbilly, Mrs. Hillbilly, you doing all right over there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Make sure you're doing all right. See, now we got to hit this over here.
Don't forget to like this video and subscribe.
Moves, the strategies, and the flair. Super fast tortoise is running the show. The crowd goes wild wherever he goes.
All right. So I want to show up this screen. This screen's important because this is a legitimate Wizards article. We're 3 minutes later than we normally should be. So let's bring this up. All right. So how do you define a playtest card, right? Authentic Magic cards policies. These are legitimate policies. How would you define a playtest card, counterfeit card, proxy card, sanctioned by an event? Did you guys turn to the page where it says how do you define? Oh, I can just peek over here. Beep, beep. Yeah, I did. All right. So how do you define playtest card, counterfeit card, proxy card, sanctioned event, and unsanctioned event? Well, Wizards of the Coast defines these terms as the following. Now, you might not agree with these ideas or policies, but this is what's considered legitimate now. A playtest card is a card, typically a basic land, marked with the name, another Magic card, for purpose of playtesting. Playtest cards aren't trying to be reproductions of real Magic cards, and they don't have official Magic art. They won't pass even as a real thing, even under the most curious glance. All right. Proxy card. Proxy card is a placeholder card assigned by a judge during an event to replace a card that has been damaged during an event or being used during an event only. So proxy cards are makeshift cards for momentary purposes, right? So if you're playing a deck and you accidentally bend, let's say your Mox Diamond, which would be a sad day. You mini Mox Diamond, but in the tournament, they don't want you stopped, so they proxy a Mox Diamond for your deck. They know you have a real copy of it, and they're going to let you use the proxy for the rest of the game. That helps you go. So proxies in this Magic's term is a limited, prohibited, short-term thing. Now, counterfeit cards. Now, here's where the line blurs between proxy and counterfeits. A counterfeit card is an inauthentic Magic card made to pass or represent an existing authentic Magic card. Counterfeit Magic cards will be often used Wizards registered trademarks, logos, and mechanics, card names, and artworks. So if a card can look like a real card and has and looks like it could be a real card, that's considered a counterfeit. That blurs with proxies because some people make proxies their own art and stuff and make it look different from Magic card. But thanks to the wonderful world of Secret Layers and their crazy antics of different arts, your own art can be looked at and be called a counterfeit, even though it's a proxy. Now, a proxy card like we covered is considered a momentary change, a fix, in a tournament. Sanctioned events, this is what they want. Any Magic event hosted by a WPN store or approved tournament organizer that is organized in Wizards event link. And sanctioned events requires players to register using a Wizards account or guest account. This will be visible in our store and event locator and will contribute towards your store's WPN play metrics. Unsanctioned events. Any Magic event that is not organized in Wizards event link. These events are directly connected to WPN play system. Will not be visible in our store and event locator. Cannot use WPN promotional materials and will not contribute towards the store's WPN play metrics. Woohoo! They're getting serious. What is the co-stance on playtest cards? What is Wizards of the Coast stance on playtest cards? We define playtest cards as a card typically a basic land marked with a name by another Magic card for the purpose of playtesting. Playtest cards aren't trying to be reproductions of real Magic cards. They don't have official art, and they wouldn't pass the real thing, even under the most curious glance, which we kind of read that before as what it is. It is common practice for players to use playtest cards to test out new deck ideas before building out a deck for the real bringing into a sanctioned tournament. Wizards of the Coast has no desire to police playtest cards made for personal, non-commercial use, even if that usage takes place in a store. All right.
That's a good note right there at that very last sentence for those people who are playing their home games.
Yep. So, can I allow playtest cards in my unsanctioned events or for unreportedly play in my store? All right. Yes, allowing to use playtest cards in unsanctioned events or unreported play is your store is permitted. So if this event's not sanctioned at all, they don't care. So I'm trying to get through this. Like we're trying to click through all these links. Can I charge an entry fee for unsanctioned events that allow the use of playtest cards? Yes, you're allowed to charge an entry fee for Magic events that allow playtest cards, so long as those events are unsanctioned. So long as the card's not going through Wizards Plays Network, the events, they don't care. They don't care. Well, if it's sanctioned, they do care. All right. What is Wizards of the Coast stance on proxy cards? We define proxies as placeholder cards assigned by a judge during an event to replace a card that was damaged during the event to be used during the events only. The use of proxy cards in this context is allowed. So basically what you want to get on proxy cards is like someone will proxy a card because it's too expensive and never replace it in the deck, but use the proxy for a lifetime. That's considered a counterfeit now based by these terms instead of being a real card where a proxy is a momentary fix. That's what they're saying. It's interesting how they're putting it down. What is the Coast stance on counterfeit cards? Well, here's where we get to that. We define a counterfeit card as a non-authentic Magic card made to pass as a real Magic card This definition is informative only for the purposes of this FAQ, and Wizards may update it from time to time. So, subject matter is probably going to change a little as it grows. Wizards remains committed to vigorously protecting the Magic community from counterfeits. We will continue to work quickly and decisively with enforcement agencies around the globe to protect against the creation or distribution of counterfeit Magic cards. Create a fake Magic card, sell it, it's a counterfeit. Even if it looks nothing like a Magic card but is a Magic card. Interesting. Additionally, we reiterate in the terms possible that any individual or retailer who knowingly deals and works against the best interest of the community. That's what they're saying. If you're making counterfeit proxies, basically, you're going against Wizards of the Coast and the community they're in. Wizards considers dealing facilities and otherwise encouraging the use of counterfeit cards to be in violation of the WPN terms and conditions. Such behavior may result in termination from the WPN program. So if you're having a sanctioned event through the WPN network and someone's playing proxies, you got to kick them out, ban them, boot them, because it is against their policies, or you'll lose your WPN status. In case you're wondering what a WPN status is, on another page here. Let me go over here. Wizards of the Coast WPN is a community of game stores and a sanctioned body of competitive play and games produced by Wizards of the Coast. A WPN is a global community of over 6,000 game stores and support Magic the Gathering and other games. WPN sanctioned competitive play for games like Magic the Gathering. Support. The WPN provides support for game stores, including digital tools, promotional materials, and personalized support. Benefits. WPN members may receive benefits like exclusive events and promotions, prize support, and address or access to training materials. And WPN Premium is a designation for stores that want to become world-class game stores. WPN Premium stores receive additional benefits like bonus marketing materials, exclusive promos, and ability to run Wizards Play Network qualifier events once per season. All right, that's a quick bet. And the WPN is actually also important because that's what lets you sell cards too in your store, like product. So that's that. I think that was important to cover. So, what should I do if I'm aware of a player using counterfeit cards during an event? If you become aware of a player using counterfeit cards during a sanctioned event, that player should be disqualified from the event with a penalty applied to Wizards event link. The penalty selected should be TE deck problem with the description of the incident included. So, Wizards wants you to tattletale on people who are playing with proxies basically in their deck, or counterfeit cards, however they want to say it. See, even in the description, the difference between a counterfeit and a proxy are kind of blurred between what people think a proxy is and a counterfeit is. So that's interesting. So there in times of proxies are momentary uses, where counterfeits are in permanent stability. So like one of my decks has 4 proxies in it that I need to replace if I want to play in a sanctioned event with a commander, because there's actually commander play. I was actually watching a video about a guy talking about all the games he plays, all the events he hosts where commander decks have prize with support go through the WPN network and are sanctioned events. That's crazy. Then, what should I do if I'm aware of a player? What should I do if I'm aware of a player using counterfeit cards in my store outside of sanctioned events? If you become aware of a player using counterfeit cards in your store outside a sanctioned event, you should inform them that the use of counterfeit cards is not allowed in WPN stores. Ooh, that's heavy. If the behavior persists, please report the incident to us via investigations@wizards.com with the player's name, their statement about their incident, and the Wizards account email address, and if available. So earlier they were saying they don't want to police it during unsanctioned events, but here they're kind of telling you, they want to police people who are using counterfeit cards, right? So, and counterfeits fall in the idea of proxies. The proxies look like a real card. That's interesting how they go about that. So, what should you do if players using counterfeit cards in my store outside of a sanctioned event? They really want you to talk about this and report a player playing with proxy cards or counterfeit cards. That is interesting.
Now, my question is will that give you a ban from gameplay in the future if you're caught using a proxy card in a unsanctioned event? This is outside of a sanctioned event. So it's like really if they're saying previously that they're not going to moderate unsanctioned events, and right here they're saying they are. They're contradicting themselves. And I can see where a lot of players can get frustrated with WOTC's rules.
Right. So what they're honing in on here is a WPN store. If you're a WPN store and you're allowing like counterfeit proxies or whatever in your store, that can get you in trouble. Right? That's the point of this. It's not really about the player playing the cards. If it flies out and someone reports someone playing proxies in a WPN store, I'm pretty sure you can lose your WPN status. So if I become aware of another retailer, individual, organizer, printing or selling counterfeit cards, where should I report that? Well, a store shouldn't sell proxies or counterfeit cards, right? To report a code of conduct, there's all this violation, so on and so forth. Yeah, so if you're a WPM store, you shouldn't sell proxy cards or print them, right? Well, so that's interesting. Let's go back. They said proxy cards are, by a judge, a card that's a proxy of a card that got damaged in an event. They used event. What if they printed out a card momentarily? That's definitely not a real Magic card, but for a deck for the night. You know, because if you put a piece of paper above a card, it makes a sleeve thicker. So if you have a card printer that can, like cardstock printer that prints little cards out to use as proxies for that event, is that considered a counterfeit? Is that printing? That's a very vague line of discussion and topic thinking there.
Yeah, it makes me wonder where WOTC would stand on your where they would stand on the conversation that we had the other day about making event exclusive proxies if you already own the card. So
right.
pretty much it would be a slippery slope,
right?
You know, printing out proxies or not. I think it's a slippery slope. And while I think like the event exclusive proxies would be a great idea, I think that eventually, like with event exclusive proxies, like what we talked about the other day, I think that eventually those folks over at Hasbro would probably go, hey, no. We need to get a cut of that.
Oh, yeah. Really quick, I want to say hello, TCG player, for being here. And oh my God, actual rules. Laugh out loud. Yep. He says, TLDR, can't use proxies of expensive commander cards in paid event. That's right. Said their proxies only damaged cards replaced. Pretty much. Yep. Non-WPN stores have access to Magic in general. They don't have access to price support, i.e. promo packs and stuff. Yep. And it was explained to me by the store owner that there are WPN requirements for stores that have nothing to do with TCG's gameplay or anything that involves cards involves the store physically itself. All right. And boop. They use a basic land tortoise. That's right. Try and catch up with chat. You ever think LGS will spend money to replace other people's cards? It's not their responsibility, right? Do you know how much printer ink and paper costs right now? Well, there's actually a really good printer out there that people use with this ink cartridges that go up front. You can see them. That can print out thousands of papers. So it's not horrible when you're using it for a cost, for a reason. But it's just interesting. like it's interesting to know the Wizards put their foot down on this. Like I remember a while back ago, I was talking to our good friend Bob about like when Wizards took over Commander. I said, what I wonder what their stance is going to be on proxies. And he said, Wizards ain't going to care about proxies and stuff like that. And that's just like shortening a conversation. And now here they are. They create a stance. What's up, Salmonella? What's up?
Woo, Salmonella.
So that's interesting. And I feel bad for
Yeah.
Fundanilla because the topic kind of touches on his stance because he believes in using proxies and stuff right now. That's one of the ways he gets to play the game, right? Now he doesn't play in sanctioned tournaments. He doesn't, but like none of his decks can be played in sanctioned tournaments if they ever made one. That's ridiculous. Well, maybe one of his decks can. Yeah.
I personally think like when it comes down to like low income gamers, like myself, I think that like there is and should be a place for the proxy for low income gamer, as long as you're not playing in a pay to play event like a tournament where they want you to have original stuff. I mean, that's the whole point of buying the official product. In my opinion, you're supporting the game, you're supporting the people who make the game in order to keep it going. But if you're playing in a home game, like we talked about the other day, and I know you don't want to touch on the make your own Monopoly board concept like we did last time, but if you're playing in that home game, I don't think that that it matters. But unless your home game says no, we're playing tournament rules, then absolutely. But personally, you are investing in a pay-to-play competition, and there is the thought process of if I'm paying to play, everybody else should pay to play too.
Right, I get that for sure. And 7 the quickest recap I can give you is proxies in Wizard's eyes are considered momentary fixes in games if cards are damaged. Counterfeits are cards that look like real Magic cards and are used without the purpose of replacing. Pro Tour Vegas June. Yeah, Pro Tour. Excited for Pro Tour too. No proxies in paid events. You can get banned in stores and trouble outside of paid events. Yep, Rule 0 thing. Yep, it's all fun. But that's really what we had to cover today, was just that legitimizes Wizard's stance on proxies. Like everybody's been wondering what their stance is. We've been talking about it. We had that conversation the other day. Now here it is. Here it is. We've come to a point where Wizards put their foot down. I didn't mean to, but I called it out when Wizards took over Commander that they're going to put their foot down on proxies, and they did. They put their foot down on counterfeits. They put a definition to what a proxy is, so people shouldn't be confused if they're following the rules of WPN stores and WOTC. That a proxy is a momentary fix, where a counterfeit is basically be a legitimate fake card in your deck for paid events. So that's what they care. But we did cover that little piece that they said even outside of an event, like a sanctioned event, if people are playing proxies at a WPN store, they should be noted that that's not allowed, and you should report it to WOTC. WOTC is becoming a little egotistical, if you ask me about that. I mean, if I'm playing an unsanctioned event, I'm not going to care if someone's playing a proxy of a card. It's unsanctioned, right? Now, I can understand the sanctioned event because I don't want someone cheating with expensive game pieces they can't afford in a paid event when I'm fighting for it, when my deck's half jank anyways. I'd rather lose to get real cards than fake cards when it comes to prize support games. So, but in unsanctioned events, who cares? But basically what Wizards is doing is they're trying to put more pressure on the WPN stores to care about proxies in the store.
Jeez.
Yeah, I think that definitely when you're dealing with sanctioned events, it is definitely for for Wizards of the Coast, particularly, to safeguard their product. In a sense, it would behoove them to do that. Now, we as gamers, I mean, we love it. I mean, I know Mugen, right? Mugen loves his video games, and when he gets a chance to get a ROM that is that's doesn't exist anymore in gaming format, like say for example he picks up a ROM from a 1990s N64 game that he wants to play on his computer, and that game is no longer available, Mugen definitely is using that ROM as a proxy. So I feel like there is like when you're unsanctioned, it shouldn't matter. But in the long run, you are kind of stealing from the company as well. So I do see where WOTC is going with safeguarding their product.
Oh yeah, I mean, I get that. Like, say KJ is selling his sticker, that little sticker I'd kind of designed for you. Say you're selling that sticker for $5, and someone else comes up with the same sticker and is trying to sell that sticker for $5. That's technically a theft or deal. They stole it. They're using it. There's laws against it. No, that's an extreme, but that's kind of what it is. Like what if I took that sticker design? Say I didn't design the card. Say I didn't design the sticker, but say I took that sticker design. You're selling it for $5, and I just take the image, copy it, make my own sticker, right? Now, nothing says I can't do it, but there's laws against theft, right? I didn't steal it. I made it. It's kind of a confusing line of thoughts, No, poor KJ. He's sad.
Oh,
yeah. All right. How you feeling up there, Miss HILLBILLY?
Great.
You all right? How you doing over there, mugenfool?
I think he had to step away. I think he was called away by the higher powers.
Right. Well, higher powers. But anyways, looking at the time, I think we covered that topic as well as we could and talked about the different stances on it as much as we could right there. And let's get to this portion right here.
Hit that subscribe button. Become a part of the creep.
Too much to take. So it's lit. MTG3, are you game? Rise, creep, rise, building a following as we gain. Spitting fire like a dragon, no one can bring us down. MTG3 in the house, we own this town.
HILLBILLY will play boosters in hand. Magic the Gathering is where he stands. Booster stack up like a dream in this world. He's the dream of opening fire emotions on the wire. His hands are his tools for the fight. Flipping cards all through the night. Hopes and dreams in every pack. He won't ever turn his back. Fire in every pack he opens.
Dad, blag it.
Boo!
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Yeah. It's pack opening time. Pack opening time.
We got a goblin. We've got a clockwork
Percussionist.
Thank you. Playing.
Ooh, we got a room.
Funeral room. We've got a fear of explore.
Exposure.
Exposure.
Yeah, just trying to help.
Thank you.
Optimistic scavenger.
Yeah, that one. We got a Soul Blade Scramper.
Skin riffer. Yeah. Yeah.
Now, nowhere to run.
Right.
Crack skull. We've got a underwater tunnel. We've got
Yep.
a flash
Burrower.
burrower.
Yeah.
We got a fantastic of
Harrowing.
harrowing,
Huh?
most valuable slayer,
Slayer. That's right.
Got it.
friendly ghost, and fine seeker
Centipede.
centipede.
Disgusting little insects. That's right. Woo.
You know, my most valuable slayer was Buffy.
Who knew the guy who did the show would come up to run the most profitable Marvel enterprise in the world? Like Kevin Feige, wasn't it? Wasn't it that his name?
Yeah.
Josh
All right.
Whedon did the Buffy Slayer.
Oh, the Josh Whedon. All right.
Josh Whedon.
Yeah, Josh Whedon. I knew it was Kevin
Yeah.
Feige and Josh Whedon are basically in it together. All right. So, my mistake, but really quick. Right. Those are two formats crossfires. All right. Act now. I'm selling SFT stickers, $9.99, limited time only. Well, the thing is, he actually owns the stickers. He bought them. The meme lives on. That's right. I could buy a mug with his logo for that. Nice logo. Thank you. I don't know what you're talking about, but nah, I need SFT proxy stickers for $10. That's right. You guys are funny. Funny. I don't need the proxies. I got the real stickers. Right? They're on my cup. Legitimate.
Got to get me some of them, and I got to get me the cup when it comes out.
That's right. When it comes out. But with that, everybody, let's get to the shill section. Is Mugenfool here?
Yes, I am.
All right. Let's push you up so you can shill.
If you would like to follow my YouTube channel, that would be nice. Can't tell you that I'm going to be doing anything recently because of everything that's been going on, but in a later date, I'll let you know when I'm able to start recording stuff again.
Right on. Do you have any idea what you're going to record?
I'm thinking about starting a new game.
Ooh.
Exciting.
New game. Yeah. Maybe he'll play. Maybe he'll play something epic.
I really need to get to playing this one series because I bought the last one in the series. Now I just got to play through them all, and that's going to take a while. So I might as well record it or live stream it or something.
All right. Sounds good. Now let's roll over to Miss Sibley.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Billy's at 680 subs. Please continue to subscribe to him and have a great day.
Peace. Boo. Excellent. KJ.
Hey, howdy, hey, boys and girls. How you doing in Chatland? I hope you're being good heads today. Oh, yeah, we got a lot of fun stuff planned for you guys. I don't know if you know this, but every morning at 11 Central, that you can find me on the In the Shell Morning Coffee podcast with Superfast Tortoise and friends. It's good fun, good times. Join us here on YouTube regularly. Also, ladies and gentlemen, every Wednesday at now new time frame between 6 and 6:30, we are going to be doing me and Jesse Hellwheeler, the Procrastinating Across the Oceans, and we got a special event, Procrastinating Across the Oceans, on November the 8th, where we're going to have a few people coming on to the show to do a conversation about pack cracking, etiquette, what you need, and a few other things. If you want to supply a question that we can ask our pack crackers, please go to my Discord and find the pack cracking conversation that we've opened up in the Discord, and you can actually submit your questions for us to ask the pack crackers.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. But we got a lot of fun stuff coming up.
Yeah, right. So, trying to figure out what I'm going to do tonight. If I'm just going to hang out with DJ tonight because we don't have Hillbilly to make up the fourth person in a game because he's struggling with kidney stones. I don't know. Well, I could try, but it's hard to get three other people. It's usually easier to get two people. Hillbilly's been such a pillar in the game night, so it's been tough. I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't know what they're gonna do. So just hold on to your butts to see what's gonna happen. Maybe I'll do something. Maybe I don't. Maybe I hang out. Maybe I don't. Maybe I just chill out and do another stream tonight. Maybe just play some video games. We'll see. I'm sorry I can't be very, very definitive on my decision process yet there because I'm not quite there yet and I haven't made a full decision. Everybody's like, I can try to play tonight.
No, yeah, but just wait and relax and try to pass that stun as fast as you can. Take care of yourself, man. We wanted to see you okay.
Right. So with that, I want to thank everybody for chilling out with us, being cool, being awesome, being amazing. Thank you for filling up chat. Please like this video if you haven't. Hit that subscriber button. You know that button? Then scroll over and hit that bell so you're notified when we go live every morning. We go live every morning possible. Usually it's the Hillbilly. We got the KJ. Sometimes we have the Mugenfool right now. Sometimes he's not here, but sometimes we always have like a third or fourth person with us. Always chilling, having fun. Always trying to bring interesting topics to you every morning, trying to brighten your day with some good coffee. Woo! Feel the energy. Feel the influx. Be amazing. That's right. Be amazing. And with that, my friends, never forget to brush your teeth.
I totally want to thank you for watching today's video. I really appreciate it, 100%. Like this video as if it's your favorite kind of pizza, dude. And if you wouldn't mind, consider smashing that subscribe button and hit that bell for notifications. Every one of these things you do helps the channel out a lot.
The moves, the strategies, and the flair. Super fast tortoise is running the show. The crowd goes wild wherever he goes. Shall shock, go. The tortoise way. He's the one to watch, the king of MTG play.